Hey guys, this is Gundam Freedom, and today I'll be doing a review of the 1144 high grade Rising Gundam. Originally, this kit was the high grade Shining Gundam. I just converted it using parts from the no grade Rising Gundam to make a high grade version of it. So, the colors are the original Rising Gundam, which is red, blue, white, yellow, and gray, which is an inverted color scheme of the Shining Gundam. And as for stickers, the stickers are the camera lens on the head, the eyes, the circular silver sticker on the inside of the chest, and some black trims on the front skirts and on the foot guards. And then for modifications, I used the shoulder armor from the no-grade Rising Gundam, and then glued the Corelander or Core Gundam shoulder armor on the inside of the shoulder so that it can have the ball joint instead of just a hollow part. And then I also changed the connector piece on the Corelander and connected or glued the connector piece for the weapon on the back and just repainted it. And then for the head, I used the opened version of the super mode of the Shining Gundam and just cut out all of the opening fins on the back. And I also removed the opened up face vents and changed it into the version of the Rising Gundam, which is the original face of the no grade, and just glued on the side and just repainted it white because originally the face is red. And then for the legs, I hollowed out the inside of the leg, side of the leg, so that I can glue the original side pieces from the Rising Gundam on the leg here so that it can be accurate on the anime itself. And the other side skirt was replaced with a solid version of the side skirt from the original high grade Shining Gundam. First off is the Corelander. So this is the original Corelander from the Shining Gundam, just repainted into the colors of the Rising Gundam, and just attached a connector piece here for the weapon. And it still has the original moving part, which is the cockpit hatch here. So you can attach it onto the back of the Rising Gundam. And there's also additional pegs on the back, just like the Shining Gundam, so that it can be attached securely on the back, just like so. And then next up is the submachine gun, which is originally from the no-grade version of the Rising Gundam, which is all molded in white and has a hollow part here on the inside. So you have to paint it all gray. And you can have it being held by the hand, or you can just attach it onto the arm here via a peg on the side. And there's already a slot here on the side of the arm from the Shining Gundam, so you can just attach the weapon on the side just like so. And there's the machine gun attached on the arm. Next up are the hands. So it comes with closed fist hands, or a pair of closed fist hands, and also a pair of holding hands for the weapons themselves. And speaking of other weapons, it comes with the bow and arrow version of the Shining Gundam or the Rising Gundam. So it comes with the closed version, or the inactive version of the bow and arrow, and it also comes with the shield, which uses the shoulder armor here as the shield itself, but they are very small because again this is from the no grid version of the Rising Gundam, and you can just attach it on the peg on the arm just like so. And there's also the activated version of the bow, which is all molded in white, so you have to paint it gray and blue to make it accurate. And you need to remove the hand here so that you can attach it on the arm, although it's loose on mine because again the peg here is smaller than the slot here on the arm of the original Shining Gundam. So after this review I might glue it on the arm to make it fixed on the arm itself. And then the last accessory is the Naginata, which it uses, I think, only one time in the anime, because it um, prefers to use the bow and arrow than this guy. So yeah, it can be held by the hand using the holding hands, or you can just connect it on the back via the holder. And you can just slide the handle on the back, and that's the weapon attached on the holder on the back. The neck is on a double ball joint, so the head can go up about that far, down that far, side to side about that far, and rotate until there, because the new face vents are hitting the collar pieces here. For the shoulder, they are on a hinge and ball socket joint here on the body, which lets it move out about that far. And then the ball joint itself can let it move forward and back, up and down, and also rotate all the way around. And then there's a separate shoulder joint here, which lets the arm move up about that far. There's a separate bicep swivel, which rotates all the way around, and there's a double jointed elbow. And then the wrist is on a typical ball joint, which rotates and wiggles around. The body, it's on a single ball joint from the waist up to the middle torso, so it can move forward about that far, go back that far, side to side a little bit, and rotate about that far until it hits the back skirt here on the back. For the waist, the front skirts are molded together, but you can separate them. They are on ball joints, so they can move up about that far. The side skirts can move up about that far, and the back skirt can move about that far outwards. For the hips, it's on a swivel joint here, which lets it rotate by themselves and also rock a little bit. And then the legs itself, it's on a peg, so the legs can go up about that far, go back until it hits the back skirt, and go out until it hits the side skirt. And there's a separate hip movement here on the leg, which lets it rotate all the way around. The knees are on double joints, which bends about that far. And then for the foot, it's on a hinge here from the lower leg, which lets it move forward and back. And then there's a ball joint on the foot, which lets it move forward and back, side to side, and rotate about that far. And then the foot guards can move up and down, and the sides of the foot guards can also move up and down for the super mode. Since I used the no-grade Rising Gundam for the upgrade version of this guy, I don't have it anymore, and I will just post a picture of it here to compare it on the high grade here. And as you can see, it's the high grade is much slimmer and much taller than the no grade, and overall it's a much better kit than the no grade itself. So yeah. And then here's the Rising Gundam next to the Shining Gundam, and you see that it's all the same body except for the shoulder and on the lower legs, and the gauntlets on the arms are different, as well as the face. So those are the only differences between the two, as well as the color scheme. Overall, I really like how this kit turned out. My plans for the upgraded version was spot on, because I thought first that it's hard to convert the Rising Gundam into the high grade version, because the parts are not that easily compatible, especially the shoulders and the legs. But when I started it, I practiced already from the other kits that I have modified, so I have the plans all in my head so that it can be effective and it will look better when it's finished. And I think that now that I have reviewed it, it looks better, and I think that some parts can be improved, but overall I'm happy with how this kit turned out. So yeah. And really, my only target for this kit is that to have all of the no grade versions of the G Gundam line converted into the high grade versions. And now that I have finished this kit, I have all of them converted into high grade versions until Bandai announces a inevitable P Bandai version of the other kits from this line. So that's it for this review. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.